As living entities, we are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Indeed, we actually belong to His superior energy. So, we were discussing this thing that we should understand that who we belong to. Our Supreme Personality is not a small thing. I mean, He is not any small person. Supreme Personality, our Father, our real original Father is Supreme Personality of Godhead. So you just think that what our real identity is. We are the fragmental part of this much potential, this much potent person who is all knowledgeable, who is so attractive, beautiful, who is so potent, who is so merciful. So we belonged to such, uh, we are fragmental part of such personality. As such, we may join his transcendental pastimes in our unconditioned state of life. But as long as we are conditioned by the laws of karma in contact with the inferior energy, our sufferings are our own creations, born of a gross misuse of our little independence. So, we were discussing this thing that as we hear scriptures, then only this desire develops that we really want to go back to Godhead. Otherwise, you will see other people who don't hear scriptures, who don't practice any devotional services. What are they thinking? They are thinking we are good here. We are just chill. We have no problem. Suffering. If we will tell about them about the suffering, if we will tell to them about suffering, they'll say suffering. Oh, it is a part of life. We can't do anything in that. It is a part of life. So we are just chill here. No problem. This I was telling in our previous class that there is one Mataji. She was saying me this that I'm okay here. I don't want to go back to Godhead. So when this desire comes, this desire of going back to Godhead develops as we hear scriptures constantly every single day. This is very much important. Now, one more important line, what Prabhupada ji told here, that we have um, little independence of desiring. Either we can take shelter of Lord Krishna or we can take shelter of Maya Devi. But people are actually misusing this little independence. But one should understand this thing that there is option. Although we are, our constitutional state is that we are fragmental part of Krishna. This is original state. This can't be changed. Either any person accept this or not. This is our original state and this cannot be changed. But Krishna never forces us that we serve him or we love him. Although we are fragmental part of Krishna, but then also Krishna never forces this thing that, oh, you are my fragmental part. Why are you not serving me? You come and serve me. No. If you desire for sense gratification, okay, I will arrange like that. Means if Krishna arranges things like that, that okay, you don't want to serve me, you don't serve. You are happy with your sense gratification, I will make arrangements accordingly. You do your sense gratification. Krishna is ready to wait for millions and billions of years. Why? Because love can't be forced. Krishna is actually waiting that this fallen conditioned soul, he let he himself understand this thing, that this sense gratification will not satisfy me. Only serving Supreme Personality can satisfy me, can give me happiness. So Krishna waits for us, but Krishna does not imposes his will on us. Of course, Krishna wants us that we go back to him. Krishna don't want us to suffer here. But Krishna also does not impose his this lovingness to his fragmental parts. Krishna wants that we ourselves become eager, that we want to go had to Krishna, that we want to go back to Krishna. Krishna is already waiting for eternal time. So Krishna is ready to wait for millions and billions of years. But Krishna wants that we ourselves make uh, use of our discriminative power, and we ourselves decide that no, I will serve Krishna no matter what. I have been doing this rubbish sense gratification from my eternal time, but now I just want to close this case. I want to serve my Supreme Personality and I just want to go back to Him, to my original home. See, this is also a very amazing opulence of Krishna, isn't it? Yesterday, when Mataji texted me, she was saying me that uh, she's really nice devotee, but her mother was becoming kind of envious. She was not wanting her to chant or whatever other devotional services she do. She only chants and she hear katha. Of course, that is main. It is not only, but her mother was not wanting this. So her mother, she just broke her beads, chanting beads, and that Mataji was telling me that my mother used to sleep. She used to wake up late in morning, but because she wants me that I should not chant, that's why she also started waking up early so that I may not chant. So her mother also started waking up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. to check whether my daughter is chanting or not. So see how living entities want to control other people, is it not? So this is again false ego only, that I have given birth to this whatever Mataji. So I can control her. I have full right that I will control her. Although she's not doing any bad thing. She's just chanting holy names of Lord. She's hearing classes. And it's not like she has quit something. She's continuing her studies also. But you see how living entities, they just want to control. But see, Krishna is not imposing his decision on us. He has, he has given us this independence, that you yourself make use of your discriminative power. Whether you want to come in my shelter, whether you want to take my shelter, or you want to take shelter of my illusory energy. So this is really a great opulence of Krishna. Very amazing. Krishna can wait millions and billions of years but he will never impose his this lovingness on us. He wants us to become eager to serve him. And that's why you will see many hard times come even in life of devotees. But then also, if they are not quitting their bhakti, their devotional services, then Krishna is really noticing all these things. Krishna notices every effort of his devotee. Krishna understands everything. We might think, oh, I don't know whether Krishna is noticing or not. I am waking up early in the morning. I'm sacrificing with my sleep. I don't know whether Krishna is noticing or not. Krishna notices every single effort. I was reflecting on this thing that people do so many hard things, many hardships they do, hard work. They do lots of hard work. But a little service for Krishna can give immense benefit for eternal time. So a sane man will always invest his time in service of Lord. That is true intelligence. Okay, moving forward. The impersonalist monists only misguide people by contending that the threefold miseries are a part of the Lord's pastime. So we discussed in this in a story that one person asked Swami that we have to suffer all these things, then why God is not doing anything? So that so-called Swami, that impersonalist, he just preached that these sufferings are the pastimes of God. Such impersonalists and monists have misguided their followers because they incorrectly think that the Supreme Lord and the individual souls are equal in all respects. So, what is the meaning of the pastimes that these sufferings are the pastimes of Lord? What is the meaning of this line? What they really want to say? They are preaching that these are the sufferings of Lord. So you are Lord? You are God? You are performing your pastimes? So what's wrong in that? It's just you have got bewildered. That's why you have forgotten this thing that you are God. But in reality, you are a God. You are God. So now ask that very so-called intelligent Swami that okay, if I was a God or if I am a God, then how can I be bewildered? Because God is someone who is most potent. He cannot get in touch of illusory energy in any way. He cannot get bewildered because he is God. But such impersonalists, they are not aware about the definition of God, that who really God is. See, we have this tendency, basically this is a drawback, that whatever we see around us, we only grab that, whatever we see around us. So we haven't seen anything which is eternal, even though we hear all the qualities of Lord, that Lord is all potent, Lord is all attractive, and all the other qualities. But then also, till where we can think, what is the meaning of uh, like what is the meaning of the one who is all potent? We only see Around us, we see bodybuilders who have great muscles, or we see other champions. We see potency, potency in sense strongness in that limit only. Means our understanding of strongness or potency is limited to that extent only, because we haven't seen beyond that. We have only seen such bodybuilders or champions around us. So our knowledge, our understanding is limited to that extent only. Same way, if we talk about beauty, so whatever most beautiful things we have seen around us, our understanding is limited to that extent only. And like this, other qualities of the Lord, we have seen all such things in some like our means our understanding is limited. This is what I want to understand. I want to make you understand. So now, very important point. These impersonalists, these monists, they are also ordinary human beings like us. And as whatever they are saying, there is no any uh, means they are not saying from scriptures. So what is the value of their thinking or whatever things they are speaking, saying, preaching? Anything, anyone who is not preaching, who is not quoting it from scriptures, means he is saying whatever he is saying, it is useless. Because whatever he will say, he will actually speculate. But whatever we understand from scriptures, that is all perfect. And it is that much perfect that we can't even understand those all perfect things with our material senses. And that's why it is said that intelligence is you accept things as it is. You yourself, Sina, if you will try to make, if you will try to do lots and lots of research on whatever being told in scriptures, will it not be very much difficult? It is very, very difficult. That's why intelligence is that you uh, utilize your time instead of wasting time in researching and stuff. You just accept thing as it is and follow this path. That will be the intelligence. So thus they incorrectly think that the Supreme Lord and the individual souls are equal in all respects. So they are just speculating things like this. True, the individual souls are equal in quality with the Supreme Lord, but not in quantity. Now, what does that mean? See, we individual souls, we are fragmental part of Lord Krishna. So, our qualities are also similar from Krishna. What qualities? Krishna is Satchidanand. We are also Satchidanand. Satchidanand means Sat means all knowledgeable. Uh, Sat means true. Chit means knowledge. And Anand means bliss. So our state, our qualities are also similar to Supreme Lord. Why? Because we are fragmental part of Supreme Lord. Just like you will see a mountain of gold, gold mountain. And if you will see a part of that gold mountain, so that the quality of gold is that it is lustrous. So the small part of that big golden mountain will also be lustrous in nature. Its quality will also be lustrous, shiny, golden. So what does it mean? That equal in quality. That small part is equal in the quality of that huge golden mountain, but not in quantity. Understood with this example? Very clear. That small, that is just a piece of that whole huge golden mountain. So quantity is not the same, but quality is similar. One more thing, when we understand these things with material examples, so you will see, when we will cut a small piece from a mountain, then the size of that mountain may decrease. But we are we are fragmental part of Supreme Personality. That doesn't mean that the size of Supreme Personality is also decreasing by time. It's not like that. So, are you able to catch this point? That the individual souls are equal in quality with the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord is Satchidanand, Vigraha, and we are also, our quality is also similar. We are also Satchidanand, but not in quantity. Now, what does that mean? Let's just understand. You will see from Lord take different incarnations, and Lord creates unlimited planets, Brahmand, which we say in Hindi, Anant Koti Brahmand ki Srishti. So Lord Krishna uh, do creation of unlimited planets, planetary systems. But it is not possible for us to do such things. Our We are only equal. Our qualities are similar to Lord Krishna, but quantity means we are not the controller. We are not the supreme controller. Day before yesterday, Prabhuji was also explaining this thing, that Srila Prabhupada ji tells this thing, that we are also Lord. Lord means controller, but we are not Supreme Lord. Now, this is not Mayavad. We are Lord, Lord in sense, we are fragmental part of Lord, but Supreme Lord is Krishna. He is the supreme controller. No one is beyond him. This is very important point. If the individual soul were quantitatively equal to the Supreme Lord, he would have never been subjected to the laws of material nature. Yes. Supreme Lord is someone who is all potent, and he can never been subjected to these laws of material nature. Our Supreme Personality, Lord Krishna, is beyond all these, uh, from all these laws of material nature. Yes. Material nature is subordinate to the will of the Supreme Lord, and therefore he cannot be subjected to the laws of material nature. So, thus, whoever is preaching like this, that we are also God, it's just we have got bewildered, means he is not even aware about the definition of God, that who really God is. If he is not aware about the name of God, then okay, that is understood. But he is not even aware about the qualities of God. That quality, that Lord is all potent and he can never get bewildered because he is God. He's supreme personality. So okay, if he is not aware about the name of God, that okay, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. But he is not even aware about the qualities of supreme personality. That supreme personality can never get bewildered because he's supreme personality. It is just foolishness of people. They just preach like this to anyone, and the followers of such impersonalists are also very great. They are even great with that so-called swamis, that they expect accept this knowledge without any, without using their discriminative power. They don't even think. So this is just foolishness. Okay. It is contradictory for the Lord to be subjected to the laws of his own inferior energy. Now Lord Krishna is quoting this shloka here. We will discuss the shloka and then we'll stop. Let's just, we'll try to recite the shloka. मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वम् इदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव मत्तः परतरं नान्यत् किञ्चिदस्ति धनञ्जय मयि सर्वम् इदं प्रोतं सूत्रे मणिगणा इव. So see what Lord Krishna is saying here. Mattaha parataram nanyat. That, O Arjuna, there is no one who is beyond me. Supreme Lord is someone that no one can be beyond him. He is all potent, he is all powerful, and no one can be beyond him. See what Krishna is saying here? O conqueror of wealth, Arjuna, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. Bhagavad Gita 7.7. Let's understand this shloka. This is very amazing shloka. Just like you will see uh, the kanthi mala that you wore in your neck bead, you may see that this kanthi mala, can you see thread in your kanthi mala? You haven't even tried to see it, and you're saying yes, yes, no, no. We can't see thread in our kanthi mala or any mala. You will see, you will not be able to see thread. But is thread not there? Thread is there, but we can't see it. So pearls or whatever flowers or tulsi beads, they are strung on a thread. That's why it became, it is when completed, it became a mala. Is it not? So just like this, we all are controlled by Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is what Krishna is saying here. Everything rests upon me. Rests upon me means that everyone is dependent on me. Whatever anyone is doing, they are not doing it independently. Prabhupada ji tells that even living beings, if they are doing any kind of sense gratification, eating, sleeping, mating, that also they are not doing independently. Krishna is only giving them power to do such sense gratification. So everyone, like all the living beings, they are dependent on Krishna. And Krishna is one who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There is no truth superior to him. He is all powerful, he is all potent. Just like that thread, all the pearls, they are dependent on that thread. If there will be no thread, then there will be no mala. It is not possible to, uh, you know, string a mala. It is not possible to string a mala without a thread. So those pearls, they all together, they are strung on a thread. They are dependent on the thread, on a thread. Same as we all living beings, we are dependent on Lord Krishna. Means Supreme Personality of Godhead, He is the ultimate controller of everything. And one who is the ultimate controller, he can never get bewildered. So now, as we are discussing this thing, one should understand that becoming God is not an easy thing. You will have to, you know, make so many arrangements. You have to uh, control everything so nicely, very perfectly. Of course, it's not like Krishna has to do any hard work for that. Uh, these all things are like a game for Krishna. But still, one should understand that becoming a god is not that easy. Of course, no one can become God. This is also one truth. So, thus, Supreme Personality of Godhead can never get bewildered. And if anyone who get bewildered, if he gets sick, if he suffers, if he have to go from old age, then he can never be God. All right, we will stop our discussion here. We are subordinate Lord, yes, and Krishna is the Supreme Lord. All right, we will stop our discussion here now. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Bol.